Well, too bad I got the lines off of that, but pretty full moon. It's pretty out tonight. It was last night too, about this time. A few clouds, a few stars. Airplane there behind the trees. At least it's far enough I don't hear it. Yeah. Not too bad of a night. And that light came on a little early. Usually I'm a lot closer before it gets there. Dog didn't even get close to it yet, but yeah, still got pregnant cows, so it's still cow check nights. Told number one we wanted to remember to turn the feed barn light on just because, but see if that helps. Well, I know it does help if there's light, calves don't get squished. And it didn't get turned on. I'll turn it on. That way I can see better in there. But hey, I do love this flashlight. I still see a lot with it. See if we get a better shot. Nope, still gonna do the line through it, but yeah, there it is. I don't know if I said it or not. I'm forgetful. It's Monday night, so you'll see this Tuesday night. And there's nobody out here. Oh, there is. There's somebody at the far feeder. Maybe the only one in here. But they've got access out here now. All the time. Oh, I seen a baby. A cow down there. Hey baby, right there. It won't focus on the calf because it's focused on the pole. Probably it's mama right there. The calves like to lay against the feeders in here. And hey, cows see better than I do at night, or they should. That doesn't mean they see everything at night. I don't either, even with a flashlight. So anyway, bring you back for what's going on tomorrow. Got to tip the camera the other way to get the colors this morning. Usually I lean it way back. There's the red stuff coming through the trees. And a solid line of clouds. And it like 38 degrees this morning. It sucked a little moisture out of the ground. A little ground fog across everything. And cows. And calves. And a blue dog. He's back to gimping again. He always gimps. Like I should be talking, right? If I didn't gimp, I wouldn't be moving. And Whiskey with his tail. Look for the flag, you'll find him. And if you're in the shop and it's cold, he'll be close to you and his tail does a helicopter and you will freeze to death because it's like a fan. And I see 5 pregnant cows. I don't see a calf with them. This one did it a couple hours ago and it's laying inside nice and warm. But for 4 of these not being due till June, I don't know. It's that one in the middle right there I've been watching. She's loosened up a little bit. The one next to her isn't really starting to bag yet, but you can see her teats. And same with the other one over there. So I'm hoping we don't wait till 1st of June. Oh well. Just got to get another day going. Good thing is, we got everything done yesterday that you show progress for. Like that's all up. And other stretches all up. The bad thing is, it's all the little things that take time. Hooking everything up so there's power. And, the other chores this morning slow things down, of course. Brought the other pole down that had been laying in the way. It's about half hollow, but it's still solid enough for this. And made me some nails out of some 1/2-inch rebar. So I'm drilling almost all the way through and leaving enough room that they get in and get a bite in the bottom one. And that's a bunch of pipe that a friend of ours ended up picking up. I wish we had a couple sacks of concrete to dump inside them, but I don't have that at the moment. Probably gonna have to do that though, because I can see something happening there. Drop my phone down there or something. It's a 5-foot pipe. That one was supposed to go beside where it is, but there's a chunk of concrete down there about 1.5 feet. So moving around the concrete and being so close to the post, I couldn't do it right with a hoe. It pushed in part way, pounded in part of the way. This one over here, it's right where we started out with. I kind of beat the top of it up a little. Split the seam on it, of course. Had to beat it a ways, but it actually went in fairly well. Nobody said I was going to put them in straight, just put them in to help hold. Though I figure this is the bad end of this top one. And that's a rat hole, by the way. Rat's been in the damn thing. We're going to fill it full of expansion foam and put a cover over that. Help give it a little rigidity. But this one's supported there and there, plus right there. And it's not hollow all the way down. And of course, ran out of batteries, so that's as far as that one's in. I gotta finish that hole, put that one in, and get this end one done. It was almost solid all the way through at this one here. So, yeah, 1 can of expansion foam will probably more than fill it. But I forgot to bring that down, and I forgot to bring a piece of tin to cover that with. You know, just little things. Number one's up getting me the other battery. I thought she still had the chainsaw in the trailer, but she didn't. So she took it out this morning. It's like, oh, nice to know. I was toying with the idea of trimming the end on this, but I think it'll be all right. Worst thing is going to be coming around here with the semi. But, you know, I've learned you try to drive through that gate with the front. Try to run that post over. And hug this edge really close, and you'll make it. It's actually easier going the other way. But going back this way, it's tighter. And here she comes. So I go back to drilling and swinging a big hammer. Well, for now, this is done, except for, like I said, the 30-foot panel. Number 2 went to town and picked up 3 sacks of Sackcrete. Guess what? 2 sacks did it. This hole took more than the other one, but they're done, filled to the top. Yeah, roll of tape on there to plug the holes that were on it. Nice thing is, you got water right here. She poured Sackcrete in, I poured some water in. Becky mixed it up. And there's a full can of expansion foam in there, and I never made it back up to the shop to get a cap for that, so that half-burnt chunk of plywood was one of the many things that floated in. So shoved that in there with 4 nails to seal it up as good as I could and let her work. I don't know how far the stuff went, but the hole's filled. Full can. It should have migrated down here quite a ways. And I just went down over there on the property line and looked at the logs that came out of the neighbors that made it past the falls. I can't do it with the bucket on the hoe. I'm going to put the grapple on. So I'm not going to put the grapple on this late in the day. It's a pain in the butt. Got to drop the bucket, both pins out of it, and then tie the bucket cylinder up so it stays out of the way, or tie the link up. Then hopefully not creep that valve any and bust whatever I use to tie it with. And I got a 22-inch pipe grapple that just hangs where the bucket pins on. Really should make a piece to mount up proper, and then I can get a little more reach out of it. But you know, so yeah, that might be my tomorrow project. But I still got to do something for this panel, and I still got to do something for the gates going into the hayfield up there. So if it's raining tomorrow, I'll be in the shop. Hell with it. If not, I'll be getting that crap out of the creek over there, because do it while we're down here. Do it before I get cows in the way. There's a tree that right there, that's parked right in the middle of the creek right now. Windstorm took it down. High water for a few years. Had it washed out a little too much underneath it. I need to see if I can get to that too, but I don't think I can get to it from this side of the creek, which means I gotta go all the way around. And that ain't no fun either, especially when the burn pile's on this side of the creek. Well, I'm on the wrong. I'm on the side of the creek I need to be on, because hey, what do you know? The creek's right here. But I can't get it from the side the cedar tree is on. I got to get it from the other side. So just more fun. And yeah, there's a little left to the day, but this will probably be the end of the video anyway. Number one did get the gates all done on this new part right behind me, where either goes up the lane or into the 3/4 piece. She hasn't finished that yet, but she's got to go pick Maury up from work. He's had one of those days. He's ready to kill the guy he's working for. He ought to be sitting in one of his own trucks on days like today. But that's what he's got drivers for, right? So, with that, thanks for watching. And if I find something exciting, I'll grab it and throw it on the end of this. Otherwise, this is what you're going to get. Hey, look. Portable lift is settled a little bit. Yeah, number one came up here earlier, and Becky had her go back down to bring me something, and she didn't make it very far. She got just past the feed barn. And that one right there quit turning. It doesn't turn free right now because, unfortunately, the fork is setting on a bolt, so it's against the tire. Yeah, she was supposed to grease it this morning. I don't know if it would have made any difference or not. The hubs on this are off the back of an old Yamaha 3-wheeler, 4-wheeler, whatever it was. They're cast. We bored them out, bored the splines out so we go on a 1-inch shaft. And galled a little bit and took a chunk out and embedded 2 pieces into the shaft. I took the grinder to the shaft after I took the reamer to the hub. Both of them are greased now. Trust me, this other one turns that free now too. They should. It's supposed to rain tomorrow is the last thing I was told. I haven't heard because I don't watch the freaking news. All they do is tell you a bunch of lies anyway. So now I'm going to put this trailer away. Well, put it in the barn. And I'm going to pick that one up and set it in the barn too, because there's stuff in there that don't need to be wet. And I got started on this, and then I got a phone call. Well, I'm the only one here. My mom had to go pick her pickup up. It had she took it in to have a transmission cooler line replaced. Just what I needed to take an hour and a half to run to do that. So, saw number 2 on the road, and I said, hey, why don't you go take the puller, see if you can get that hub off. And she didn't have it off by the time I got home. Took the 2 of us, and the puller wouldn't fit right because it's a 3-job puller and a 4-sided hub. You know, we did get it moved enough that we were finally able to, one of us on front and the back, and hammer on it and got it off. So got that much done. And yeah, finished that off too. I got back from town and she was telling me she was busy drinking a drink, and I said, well, where the hell's mine? There was 1 Coors Light in the fridge over there. That was the only thing in there. So now I'm going to spend probably the next half hour putting stuff away and leave that crap for morning. It'll stay there. And get your video up for the night. And number 1 got a little clip when she was feeding. So I'll put here at the end. Hopefully you stick around for that. Yeah, and hopefully everybody has a good evening, and we'll have a good Wednesday too. Thanks for watching.
Alright guys, come up here, feed. I've been hearing a small moo. Well, look to the other end. And our youngest little heifer is all curled up in a little ball. He says a safe, comfy place to stay. That's the first time that I've seen one in the feeder yet for this year since we've separated them and put them out with a bull.